Adventure Time is mostly perceived as a stupid cartoon for kids, it can really go from a silly episode about Snail wanting to make out with girls to an episode with such emotional depth it is draining. What I love the most about that cartoon is probably the relation between Ice King and Marceline. The relation that may be an archetype for us, people. The whole father-daughter relation between them, where Simon was forced to lose himself to crime just to save Marceline, is really sad. But what exactly did Simon do? Well, Simon knows he is losing himself for the sake of Marceline, so he embraces it. He accepts his fate and sacrifices himself for Marceline. He is aware that he is losing himself, but he dives into it, for that is the only way to save his loved one. Simon, abandoned by his love, was alone, and Marceline was the only thing that he had. She was his everything. As Simon states on the back of the photo, as we can see in episode Remember You, Marceline, is it just you and me in the wreckage of the world? And in the other way, he was the father figure Marceline never had. That is why we can see her worried every time Simon puts on the crown. The aspect that Marceline is the only character to call Ice King Simon, and the first character to make friends with him, shows us how she really appreciates him as someone close to her, like a family. And that, taking us to the main part, as weird as he is now, she doesn't want to lose him. Marceline says that her life was worse without Simon, and still thinks that way even though he is not the same Simon anymore. He was the one character to appreciate her, to accept her. What we can see from Simon's notes, he is completely unaware of what happened in the past, nor who he really is. He doesn't remember a thing, and when Marceline realizes it, she hugs him. Most importantly, she understands him. That is the moment that really shows Marceline's maturity we couldn't see in previous episodes. Even though Ice King doesn't remember anything, and he is not the way he was 1000 years ago, he still is a person Marceline once loved and still loves. So what might be the conclusion? He changed, but she still loves him with her whole heart. That is something that will never change. That is the way real love is. You love someone no matter what's going on with him. Everybody changes. You don't go away from someone because he differs. You love and support him for who he is. And accepting others when they need to change is the best thing you can do. That is your part. That is how you love. That shows us the maturity in relation. Two people take care of each other, no matter how they act or how they change, because everyone changes, and we can help others by understanding and ultimately accepting.